Psychonauts is almost 20 years old.
Damn!
I'm sorry.
Yet somehow there are still people out there who haven't had the chance to experience one of the best platformers ever in the history of ever. So I thought I'd take it upon myself to introduce you to the hilarious, mind-boggling, and very early 2000s world of Psychonauts. Psychonauts is the firstborn child of Double Fine Productions, whose future babies would include Broken Age, the Grim Fandango remaster, and everyone's favorite nostalgic musical adventure, Sesame Street Once Upon a Monster. I won't spend too much time talking about Double Fine's other work, but if you enjoyed those, Psychonauts is, no pun intended, a no-brainer. You better be fucking laughing. Psychonauts drops us off in the middle of a motivational speech being given at the Whispering Rock Psychic Summer Camp. I like to think it's located somewhere in Northern California by the beautiful forests of Yosemite and Lake Tahoe. But judging by some of the characters you're about to meet, it's definitely Florida. This Talking Orange Mike and Ike explains that we're in the middle of the Psychic Age, where wars are fought within the human mind, and that those who can make it through this dangerous camp will be on their way to becoming international secret agents.
The rest of you will die!
A rustle in the bushes leads to the discovery of a mysterious goggled figure, our protagonist, whose name
Starts with a D.
Is Rasputin.
We learn that Raz has run away from home and snuck into camp so that he too can become a psychonaut. After some rather successful sweet-talking,
Get that soldier a bunk.
the counselors call his dad. After waking up from a weird tutorial dream taught by the park's janitor, who totally won't become one of the biggest and most significant plot devices in the entire Psychonauts universe later, Raz sneaks into a training exercise where the agents learn Raz is much stronger than they originally thought. They allow him to learn the ropes of psycho combat and rolling around on a ball. It's much harder than it looks. Don't worry, I looked him up later, he's fine. After taking a visit into his own mind, he uncovers something sinister, a dentist, stealing the brains of other campers. What? After finding out what he witnessed actually happened, shit gets serious. With Raz now ready for psychological warfare, it's become his job to stop whoever's stealing the children's brains and save both Whispering Rock and the Psychonauts. You got all that, right? They say the most important thing you can do for a game is make your levels as explorable and as interesting as possible. While it does have some linearity, Psychonauts achieves this by giving you the ability to move wherever you want, whenever you want, regardless of how fucking confused your own decisions make you later on. Seriously, I went through the Milkman section for almost 3 hours before realizing that I was never gonna beat it because I didn't have a certain ability that I would have acquired earlier if I hadn't been skipping nearly every single collectible in the game. Some people would say this is a bad thing, but I think it's nice that the game incentivizes you to look around and take in the scenery that so many hardworking and creative individuals poured their time and soul into. Also, they gave me this big-ass warning before I tried to go into the level the first time, telling me this exact thing would happen, but shut up, I am an adult, I make my own decisions, la 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 la. Every level has its own thing that sets it apart from the others, like Mia's levitation ball race, Gloria's theater rehearsals, and my personal favorite, Civ 5. I also really appreciate the vaults. They're these tiny little freaks of nature you smack that give you a little more backstory about the mind you're currently visiting. There are some pretty weird ones, but others are very, very sad. To say there's not a single dull moment in any Psychonauts level is an understatement. There's always something to be curious about, and even if you don't think about it now, the details may come back to haunt you later. What the fuck is that? The character interactions in this game are unlike most games I've ever played. If the game says someone is available to talk to them. You're practically guaranteed to at least breathe a little more air out of your nostrils than usual.
Excuse me, but my parents let me watch R-rated movies, so I think I know a little bit more about this than you do, okay?
The story wraps up in a nice, satisfying way that makes our adventures on the way there totally worth it, and a great little teaser for what's to come. This wasn't really meant to be a review, but if I did have to give it a rating, I would give it 5 outdated 2005 jokes
Great, well, I'm off to go kill myself.
out of 5. Thanks for watching my first video, guys! If you enjoyed your time here, please consider giving it a like. And if you want to see more from me, consider subscribing. Also, if there's a game you think I should cover, let me know in the comments below. Maybe Psychonauts 2? Sound like a villager. Okay, bye!